problem. I'm done.
But I did think that the Manson family,
Whatever.
that's a very, that cult is antiquated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right now, via social media, my cult that I started, Mr. David, that's my cult leader name. The East Side Davidians have over 50,000 followers on social media.
Wow.
50,000 followers. Now that's a cult, Stacy.
That's diversity, I'm sure.
That's diversity. They're women, men,
Hermaphrodites.
and lots of gay people.
That's hot.
Oh yeah, lots of man on man, and I don't judge.
How about women on women?
Women, sure, bring it all on.
Women, men, women, men.
I
women,
love it.
women.
Personally, I love dick on dick.
Oh.
What? Don't be homophobic.
I wear a diaper. There's no friggin' judgment.
I know some people are still confused about how the East Side Davidians work, and I don't like to actually do the talking to my cult followers. I have a spokesperson. His name is Ma Royla, and he's there, and he answers for me. So I was thinking, if anyone has any questions for the East Side Davidians in joining this cult, now's the time. Jim, we're going to start with you. Do you have a question for Mr. David of the East Side Davidians? How does the East Side Davidians work? Do you have a question, Jimmy? Any question at all?
This is a question
No. You asked Mr. David.
directly.
Yes.
Not to.
Roy will be my spokesperson.
Okay.
Just ask a question, Jim.
Will there be a theatrical production of The Phantom Menace Chapter 1?
Excellent question.
With the cast.
Excellent
of the
question.
East Side
That's a great question.
Davidians?
That's a great question. Okay, tell him, that Detective Joe's going to be arresting him in 8 minutes. Tell him that, please. Okay? Tell him that. Tell him
Mr.
what I
David
said.
would like you to know that Joe the detective is going to arrest you in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
And tell him the name of the play will be Jimmy's Wearing a Diaper. Tell him that, please.
The name of the play will be called Jimmy is Wearing a Diaper.
Okay, thank you.
One more question. Who's going to play Jimmy and Jimmy's going to wear a diaper?
That's a great question.
Very good question.
Tell him to ask the question again, please, because I didn't hear it the first time.
Can you ask the question again, please?
Who's going to play Jimmy in the production of Jimmy's Wearing a Diaper?
Jimmy's dad. Jimmy's dad will be playing the dad that he doesn't work.
Jimmy, that will be your dad, the one you don't love.
Tell him it's ironic because
It's
Jimmy's
actually-
dad hates him,
It's quite ironic
and
because
he comes from a broken family.
your father does not love you anymore, and you come from a broken
And
family.
yeah,
man.
tell him that. Tell him to thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you for the question.
Does Aurora have a question? Tell her.
Aurora,
please.
do you have a question
for the East Side Davidians?
For the East
Tell her-
Side
Tell her,
Davidians?
tell her that, please. Tell her she looks good tonight.
And you look very nice
Tell her she looks really hot to trot tonight.
You
Tell her
look
that.
really
please.
hot to trot
Tell
tonight.
her she looks nice tonight.
You look nice.
Like really okay.
Like
What's
really
the?
nice.
Tell her what's the question.
What's the
What's
question?
the fucking question? What's she stalling
Okay,
for?
I didn't
question,
ask.
please speak
Okay,
up.
Okay, let me
Jesus
ask a
Christ.
question.
Let's
Let me
go.
ask. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Do we have to watch porn in the Davidian complex?
Yeah, tell her yes. Tell her absolutely. Tell her you're going to be strapped into a chair like it's Clockwork Orange, watching Pornhub on a 24/7 loop. Tell her that, please.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
You will be strapped in a chair.
And then
What-
after Mr. David makes love to you, Aurora.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to film it, and then we're going to have that on a 24/7 loop. Tell her that, please.
We are going to film the act of sexual activity.
We're going to film the.
Put it on a loop.
Mr. David making love to you.
Mr. David
In the ass.
will like to make love
And
to you.
then we're going to show it in Times Square.
We're going to show it in
front of
Times
everyone.
Square
Tell
so
her
we
that.
can attract more followers.
Tell her that so we can get more people
More
watching
people.
us.
They
Tell her
like-
we're going to put it on Instagram.
We're going to put it on
television.
Instagram. People like
And
sex.
everyone- Yeah. Tell her
In
that.
Times Square.
Tell her that. Okay.
People
Tell
get
her
hurt
she-
on Times
tell
Square.
her-
Ask Anthony Cumia.
Give the microphone to Detective Joseph,
Please, give the microphone to
We're
Detective
done with
Joseph,
her.
please.
We're done with her hot
We're
ass.
done with your hot ass.
We're done with her hot, sweet ass.
That
though.
hot, sweet ass.
Oh, she's looking good tonight. Tell her that, baby.
You look very good
Tell
today.
her that, baby.
You look very good
Tell her, no, in a sexier voice. Like, you look good tonight, baby. You look good. You look hot to trot tonight, baby. Maybe a few
You know I
cocktails
can hear all
tonight.
this, right?
Oh, sorry. Detective Joe. Detective Joe, you're up.
Detective Joe, you're up.
You're up.
Does your church accept donations?
Oh, that's a great
Another
great
good
yes.
one. Another good one.
$8,000. Write the fucking check now, detective. Tell him that. Tell him that I need his fucking money right now.
$8,000?
I need some money.
He needs the money right now.
I really need the money.
He needs the money now. We have a
I got a legal issue. It's
we
not
got a
big
legal
deal.
issue. We're not exactly
It's not a
tax
big
exempt
deal.
yet.
Actually,
we're working on
let's
it.
kick that number up to $15,000.
Make it 15,000.
I need to pay a guy to whack Jimmy.
Can you
tell
cash
him that? I need to pay the. I have to murder for hire scenario.
We
It
need
costs
to
money.
we need to murder
Tell him.
someone.
Yeah, so it's
Murder for hire?
It's expensive. We're gonna kill Jimmy.
Can you cash in
tonight.
your 401k
after the
account?
show? Tell him that we're gonna kill Jimmy tonight after the show.
We might murder someone, Jimmy, after the show.
Okay, Flutzy.
Sacrifice.
Ask her. Tell Flutzy she has to ask a question. It's time.
Flutzy, you have to ask a question.
Question.
It's time. Time
Yes.
is money for the Mr. David.
Tell her she's looking good too, though.
You look good too.
Aurora's not
Oh,
the
thank
only
you.
one. Yeah,
Aurora's not the only one looking good.
but Aurora does look good.
Oh, yeah?
Aurora does look good.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Mr. David,
Yeah.
can you predict if I will be a great porn star if I decided to switch careers?
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And tell her we can make that happen in 2 weeks on the Eastside Dave show. There's a handsome porn star by the name of Jimmy. Ask her if she's allergic to diapers. Ask her, please.
are you
I don't
allergic-
know what the hell you're doing over there?
Are you allergic to diapers?
Just say it.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. And then we're gonna take that video,
We're gonna take the video,
put it in Times Square.
put it in Times
Okay,
Square.
tell her that.
We're gonna take that video and put it in
Yeah,
Times
that's
Square.
what I like.
Uh-huh.
That's
Which video?
Don't worry about it. Tell her not
Don't
to fucking
worry about
about it.
it.
Tell her
Oh.
she's talked already. She's talked too much already. Tell her that, please.
You've spoken enough.
Next.
okay.
Next.
Next.
Say next.
Next.
I mean, I don't know if Stacy has a question or not. She's just
Stacey's
here to
quick.
hang
She's
out.
got a question.
Do I have a question?
Does
For
she
the
have a
cult.
question about how the Eastside Davidians works?
Do you have a question on how the Eastside Davidians work?
Just ask her that politely.
Ma'am.
What is the
ma'am, that's
process
the-
of becoming a member of the Eastside Davidians?
That's a great question.
Another great question, David.
Yes. Making love with the leader. And that goes for everyone, including Jimmy. Go ahead, please. Tell her that.
You have to make love to the leader. It
Tell
goes
her
for
I'm
everyone.
a cult leader. That's just standard cult leader opera.
But-
David Koresh, tell her.
It's-
David Koresh,
He blew
Charles
up.
Manson, those are all my pals. Tell her that. I just
Standard
operate.
cult
It's just standard.
operating procedure?
That's just standard
It's
cult
in the
stuff.
manual.
That's cult 101.
We'll send you a copy.
Okay? Like, you always make love with the leader.
Do they use condoms?
We
That's
do
two
now.
questions.
We do now. Tell her we do now.
We do now.
We do now, especially after we're gonna bang Flutzy. I mean, let's be honest.
Especially
we
after-
don't know what the hell she's carrying. I mean, Aurora, clean. Flutzy, not so much. Tell her that, please.
Aurora's clean.
But Flutzy, not so much. Tell her
clean.
that, please.
Not so
Tell her,
clean.
not so much. Not so much. Curtis Granderson. Tell Stacey.
Guys.
Curtis
Curtis
Granderson.
Granderson.
Major League Baseball players. Lots of STDs.
Lots of STDs in
Okay.
there.
Tell Stacey thank you.
But thank you, Stacey.
Ask her if she has anything. If she has anything to plug.
Do you have anything to plug?
She has anything to plug.
Again, I'll plug my show July 9th.
July 9th. Tell her.
West Side Comedy Club. You're all invited.
Tell her to break a leg.
Please break a leg.
Break, not literally though.
We're doing a big
literally.
show.
Not some like Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding scenario. Okay, tell her that.
Not a
please.
Nancy Kerrigan Harding scenario.
It's more like good luck on your show. You're not gonna need it. She's a
No,
pro.
it's not looking. We're doing it live. It's going to be exciting.
She's doing, it's gonna be great. Tell her it's gonna be
It's
fantastic.
gonna be
We're looking
fantastic.
forward
Thank
to
you.
it.
I'm very excited.
Jimmy, tell her we're sending Jimmy to be in the audience, but
Please,
he
please.
will be wearing a diaper. Tell
Only
her
if
that,
he
please.
wears a diaper. I want him to come up wearing a diaper.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing a diaper.
He's going to be wearing a diaper.
Perfect.
Thank you. Tell her thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew,
Thank you.
ask Big A if he has a question.
Big A, do you have any questions for Mr. David?
Of course.
Tell him he looks great in those sweatpants. Looks
Mr.
better
David
than
would like
ever.
to know you look great in them
Tell
sweatpants.
him those sweatpants are like the color of the sun.
They're like the color of the sun.
That's right. And tell him that red shirt matches the passion that he has for the
It's
Eastside
very
Dave show.
passionate
Tell him.
red shirt you have. It
Tell him
matches
he's like
the-
sun passion.
He's like a sun
Eastside
passion.
Dave show.
Like a giant
What is that?
grapefruit.
This is the Eastside Davidians.
This is Eastside Davidians. Tell him 5 points for getting
5 points for
the
you.
segment correct.
Oh, very nice.
Ask him if he has a question now,
Do you have a
please.
question
we have
now?
to go. We have
Yes.
stuff to do. Yes.
Is diapers allowed in the Eastside Davidians?
Diapers are prohibited in the Eastside Dave show.
Prohibited.
That's why Jimmy is banned from joining the
That's
cult.
why Jimmy is
So
banned.
there you go. Sorry. Roy said it, Jim, not me. Well, that's it. Show turned on you, didn't it, Jim?
You see that
Turned on a
comment?
dime. There he
You
goes.
see that?
There he goes.